Good morning. Welcome to Trust Life with Louise Hay. There we go. December the 16th. I invite you to go to my Qigong meditation that I just did. If you're suffering, if you're dealing with any grief, any pain, anything that's not working the way you would like it to work, I invite you into this meditation that I just did. And here she says, I relax, knowing that life supports me at all times. I am neither lonely nor abandoned in the universe. All of life supports me every moment of the day and night. Everything I need for a fulfilling life is already provided for me. There is enough breath to last me for as long as I shall live. The earth is supplied with an abundance of food. There are millions of people to interact with. I am supported in every possible way. Every thought I think is mirrored for me in my experiences. Life always says yes to me. All I need to do is accept this abundance and support with joy and pleasure and gratitude. I now release from within my consciousness any and all patterns or beliefs that would deny me my good. I am loved and supported by life itself. Now, does that sound a little bit like Pollyanna? And our perception, perhaps, of the Pollyanna syndrome is that they only look at the good things. And I actually recently watched the video because my daughter was studying Pollyanna for an encounter group that she was in. And I realized that Pollyanna did not just look at the positive things and did not just say, oh, it's only good, it's only good. She did see the sadness. But she chose not to dwell on it. She chose to take that sadness, and she experienced a fair bit of sadness herself in her physical body. But she chose to take those experiences and turn them into something different. Now, how do we do that? How do we do that without burying the experiences? And that's the key. Because if you go to books like When the Body Says No by Dr. Gabor Mate, he talks about the different catastrophic illnesses like MS and Lou Gehrig's disease and arthritis and things like that, and how the personality, he can map a personality, or you can see a personality map and he can say this is the disease that is going to encounter this person because of the way they've chosen to use their, and inadvertently. So this is not victim blaming. Please, I experience arthritis. This is not victim blaming. But as we encounter these situations, we can now say, how can I change this? How can I deal with this? How can I do something different? And this is where that EFT can come in. So as I go to some of the things that she says, which might feel like Pollyanna, I am neither lonely nor abandoned in the universe. And what happens if just right now, some human has totally abandoned you? Even though this has been so catastrophic for me, and I'm not in a situation like that, so I'm simply using words and they're kind of up in my mind. But if you are in a situation where things have been very difficult, and as you tap and receive what's there, even though this horrible thing just happened to me, I'm willing to feel the love and acceptance of God, the universe, my master, Buddha, whatever you feel is your guiding force, my inner knowing, my inner self. So as we tap those feelings, we tap into those feelings that we really feel. Those catastrophic feelings, the grief, the sadness, the anger, the bitterness, the resentment, the hatred, the anxiety, the depression, all of those things, we can tap those things. We can feel them, we can move them through. And as we tap while we feel them, the body releases them. It's like the flush. You know, you go dump a bunch of toxins in the toilet and you don't leave it there because it stinks all over the place. You flush and fresh water comes through. And that fresh water is that affirmation of, Even though this has happened to me, I'm willing to learn to love myself. Even though whatever emotion it is, we can tap on the different points. I've got an EFT class coming up that I'm going to be presenting, and it'll be online at my roxywright.com. It's not there yet. Don't go hunting yet. But as we tap and feel into all of what is really going on with us, and then we start reaching for new thoughts as we tap through and tap out and release the difficult thoughts. And we might tap for quite a while on them and blow them up as big and bigger as you possibly can. The more specific you can be, the more release you will get. I hate this person because they did such and such to me. I hate them. I hate what happened. And tap and tap and tap. Seriously, tap. You can do it in the shower, actually. And if you need to yell and scream, the shower can cover it so that you're not bringing alarm to other people who don't understand what you're doing. Because it's a very positive process and a very specific process that you're doing to heal. And then as we tap things through, we can give in the affirmation, I'm willing to learn to love myself. I'm willing to find out how to heal this. I'm willing to feel joy again. I'm willing to be willing to learn to love myself. I'm willing to be willing to, and this is where you bring in the positive feeling, that Pollyanna space. So we can go back to this as you tap. I'm willing to believe that I'm neither lonely nor understood nor abandoned in the universe. I'm willing to believe that all of life supports me every moment of the day and night. I'm willing to believe that everything I need for fulfilling life is already provided for me. And tap as you do this. I'm willing to believe that there's enough breath to last me for as long as I live. I'm willing to believe that the earth is supplied with an abundance of food. And we can even say, because our body doesn't know the difference, I'm pretending that there are millions of people to interact with that would bring me joy. I'm pretending that I am supported in every possible way. I am willing to believe that every thought I think is mirrored for me in my experiences. I am willing to consider that possibility without shame or anger and blaming of myself. I'm willing to believe that life always says yes to me. I'm willing to believe that all I need to do is accept this abundance and joy and support with joy and pleasure and gratitude. I will now release from my consciousness any and all patterns or beliefs that would deny me my good. I'm willing to believe that I deserve all good. I'm willing to believe that my enemies deserve all good as well. I am loved and supported by life itself, and life has a capital L. Namaste. Go to my website, roxywright.com. It's under construction right now. There's some things that are there and some things that we're working on putting in because I'd like to fill out a whole possibility of places that you can find resources that will help you bring in yourself from pain and catastrophe and inner pain and dysfunction into joy and happiness, because it's there. It's in us. It truly is in us. We just have it covered up by stuff. And as we release that stuff, we find that it actually is there. Namaste. I love you. My website is roxywright.com. I'll see you there.